Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Sam the Waterman. In today's episode, I'll be catching fish with the flu, I'll be catching fish without the flu, and we also enter our first ever seafood cooking competition. We're at a different boat ramp today, not the normal Kennedy Drive thing. Got Captain Craig on board today, Jamin. Yeah, bit of a last minute thing, but you never know, these trips sometimes can produce some good fish. Beautiful day, beautiful weather. Let's see what happens. Pulled up to a pretty well-known spot. Won't be giving any locations away, but we're going to anchor up here and do a bit of diving just to get us into it. It's a bit shallower. Hopefully still some good fish around. We'll go from there. Okay, so if you watch my videos regularly, you'll know that the soundtrack's a little bit different today. It's not heavy drum and bass, it's just some relaxing music because I was currently sick with a bad case of the flu. So I'm trying to emulate the mood that I was trying to create, which is basically I'm trying to be relaxed because my diving is not going to be good today. So you can see I'm just starting off in the shallower spots at the top of the reef, and the goal is to firstly just to warm up, so it's in sort of about 7 or 8 meters here. Really don't want to push my body's capability, just coming off the back of this sickness, so I'll try to do some shallower dives and just look for some crayfish, checking in all these cracks and holes where they usually hide. I used to dive a lot for crayfish, mainly on the west coast of Australia, something that I really did love, but I just haven't done for a long time. It's simply just a case of trying to identify the ledges from the surface, which sometimes can be harder than what you'd think. It can all look a bit flat from the top, and then when you get down here you can see some cool little ledges and cracks like this. Don't ever feel like the ledge or the crack is too small. It's amazing what some of these crays can actually fit in. It also makes them a bit harder to get out. Sometimes they wedge their bodies deep inside the cracks. After I've done maybe a handful of dives on these shallower bits of the reef, I don't find any crays. You can imagine the top shallowest part of the reef is the bit that gets hammered. I think, right, we've warmed up now and it's time to dive a bit deeper and to get the gun out. So you can see I've swam over to the front of the reef here, so it's where the reef meets the sand and goes off into the deep blue. And this is often where the fish hang out. You can see the bait here are looking pretty scattered, which is a good sign, and they're a little bit flighty as well. You can see a nice school here of bonito. Considering I haven't shot a gun for probably 2 months, I'm happy to take one of these home with me. They make great ceviche, great poke bowls, Basically any raw fish or close to raw fish dishes, this fish is ideal for, in my opinion. Shortly after this I see something blue from the surface, which here in Queensland can often be a blue groper, which is still a take species, but this time it was something different. This is a black spot tusk fish, and this far south is quite a rare species and a great fish indeed. You can see there 5 out of 5 on the fork rating. They really are great tasting fish. Craig here being an awesome dive buddy, letting me put my fish on his float, which is something he definitely didn't have to do, and is really quite testament to Craig as a diver. He invited us out on his boat today, and yeah, he's just like a really top bloke.
Sure you don't mind?
That's alright.
Sure?
Yeah, well done.
Cheers, mate.
And generally good things happen to good people, which you will see later on. He's come through an awful lot in his personal life, and he also does a lot for our local spearfishing club, which again just sort of stands testament to the sort of guy he is, and a good all-round diver. Alright, well, surprised myself a little bit. Yeah, my diving really isn't great, but probably better than what I expected, so that's always good. Yeah, sort of getting around to that 12-13 metre mark okay. Just starting to have problems with equalisation at the moment. Every time I film I get words wrong. You're all going to think I'm stupid. But yeah, having problems with equalisation at the moment, but just gonna have some water, chill out, show you what we got. A nice tusky there. I shot pretty much as soon as I got in, which for where we are is like a really pretty prize fish. Got a nice bonito. Someone shot a big flathead, not sure who it was, but yeah, I'm just going to take it easy really. It's a little bit cold as well, but yeah, not going to push myself on my first dive back, but so far so good. You. At this point I decided to lie down on the deck because I was feeling a little bit rough and fell asleep.
2 hours later.
There's old Craig boy with a lovely Jew he's just shot. Beauty.
Oh, yes.
She's a beauty. Jiminy crickets. Talk us through it, what happened?
Check this out.
She's a beauty.
Yeah, that's an absolute stonker. So I was down this way a couple 100 metres, dropped down, chasing a parrot, and just chilling on the bottom of this heaps of bait, and then I could see a school of Jew there, maybe 20 metres away, and I just swam over nice and calm, and they just sat there right in front of me, and I had the choice of a dozen. And I thought, oh, like, what do I do? I didn't want to get two into one shot, so I was just like lined what I thought was the biggest one up and just nailed him right through the head. And yeah, I thought it was a stone shot. He's got a little bit of kick left. He's just giving me a bite on the thumb as I try to get the photo then, but anyway, just a flesh wound, eh?
That's what we're talking about.
Yeah, nah, that's well worth it, eh? That's my personal best.
Yeah, bigger than anyone I've ever shot. Well done, mate.
Yeah.
3 weeks later.
We're gonna go hit the same spot this time. I'm not sick, which is always good news. Hopefully get a few more fish this time. Different crew, got Big Dave.
Couple crabs.
Big Dave Ross. And we got Ryan as well. just revving up the Porsche. So yeah, hopefully this time, maybe, you know, winter Spanish mackerel would be a real treat, but I'm not fussy. Just get a couple more fish. What are you gonna catch, Dave?
Crabs.
Dave's after a few mud crabs out on the reef.
Look right back.
This is a spot that we go to often when conditions aren't great for our sort of preferred spots. You can see here that as we start to get to the mouth of the bar, it starts to get a little bit rough. It's quite famous for being quite a gnarly bar crossing, but Ryan's pretty much lives as local as you could possibly live to this spot, and this isn't his first rodeo. Despite a few splashes and bumps, we get out just fine. Here I thought I would actually remove all the audio so you can get a listen to what I hear on my dives. Those strange noises you can hear at the moment are part of our migrating humpback whales. It happens this time every year. Also, you can keep an eye on the timer on the top left hand corner. You can see the difference basically in how well I can hold my breath from having the flu or coming off the back of having the flu in the first half of the video, and to now 3 weeks later being pretty much fully fit. You never really get bored of hearing the whale sounds, and it's super cool to experience underwater. Sound travels so well underwater, you do hear so much. A lot of people think it's pretty quiet down there, but the reef is honestly a noisy place. Doesn't seem to be much happening on this dive. The viz isn't epic, but it's pretty fishable. Nothing this time, but onwards and upwards to the next dive. It's not long before I see a small school of bonito swimming past from the surface. Today I've actually got a brand new gun also, so I'm lining up this bonito here. They can be really quite spooky. They don't come in the same as a lot of the fish do. They'll often just sort of do a drive-by, and once they've gone they don't really come back in. With the new gun I really take a massive long shot here just to test the accuracy, and sure enough it's done the job perfectly, stoning the fish. You can see Ryan doing a drop here on our throw flashes. That's also the name of the company that make the flashes. We found that they worked really well, as you'll see sort of later on, more so than now, but you can see how well they're just shining here, and the movement in the water, because of the unique shape, just gives it that little bit of an edge over other flashes that I've used. We change spots, reposition ourselves up the reef. Straight away we run into these big schools of bonito. It's really cool to see schools of fish this big, and there you can see I throw my throw flasher and the schools just absolutely froth this. You can see there that they're just doing circles around the flasher, coming in multiple fish at a time. With the bonito, this is something, you know, that really does help, because as I say, they can be flighty. This is actually a really chunky bonito, and it starts even like peeling line off my reel, which for bonito again is like pretty unheard of. These bonito have definitely come up from the south during winter. We don't often see this type here, or I don't personally anyway. We see the other type that we saw in the first half of the video. So happy to land some of these fish for sure. Again, these fish make great sashimi, sushi, poke bowls, any raw fish dishes. Hey guys, just pausing the video there just for a couple of seconds, just to announce the winner of last week's Throw Flasher giveaway is Professor Grimes. All he did was comment and subscribe. If you want to win this video's free giveaway, then all you have to do is the same thing. Leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. Good luck, guys. On the way home, we do stop to check this one deeper spot with some man-made structure at the bottom. Ryan actually sees a really good school of jewfish on his first dive. Unfortunately, by the time I get down there though, they have just disappeared, but you can see the structure's super cool. It's around about 18-19 meters here, but no one's home this time, unfortunately. Yeah, another good day on the water. There was some big jew floating around at the last spot, but Ryan spoofed it and ruined it for everyone. No, he didn't really. But we have got some. What have we got, Dave? Dave's got his head in the esky at the moment. What have we got in there, Dave? Oh yeah. There's some real chunky bonito there. Ugh, beauties, eh? So, not too bad. Not really what we came out for, but there's a few more in there, and we've got a feed. That's all you can hope for, really. Couple of fat and juicy bonitos. Look at that one. Not bad. Not bad, eh, Dave? Not too shabby. We've got a real dodgy filleting knife to use, but luckily they're easy to fillet.
Fastest he's ever filleted a fish.
There she is. Lovely fillet.
2 hours later.
Okay, so we've just set up our stand, Holy Spirit. So yeah, we've got a bit of a setup. We've got lots of work to do. Feeling confident, Azad? Quietly confident. Yeah, I think we're good. Looking around at some of the other stands there. We got it in the bag. It's ready. Nah, we're not. We're just joking, but yeah, no, it's looking good. Perfect evening. Got some of the equipment here. Got the monk spearfishing up here. Looking good.
Tomorrow.
Setting up here. Got a few bits and more.
Dude, you gotta smell this. This is gonna be the best one.
Do apologise for not getting more footage and filming the cooking process, but we serve 3 dishes. A crispy skin coral trout here that you can see. We also did a ceviche and a seafood chowder, and we were pretty happy with the results of all the dishes. Here we are. We didn't do any filming while we were cooking. It was literally all guns blazing. Look, see, there's people everywhere. We served over, what, 100 dishes, you reckon, didn't we?
At least, yeah.
Over 100 dishes we put out. So we haven't got any results yet. Here's my beautiful wife, Isabel. But yeah, it went well. Gutted we didn't really get to do any filming, but what do you reckon?
Oh, delicious. Best chowder I've ever had.
Delicious and nutritious. But yeah, we still haven't heard the results of anything yet, but
Well, I do know what
we'll let you know.
and then this is what
I'd just like to take this time to say a big thank you to all the event organisers at Tweed Chill and Grill. It was honestly an awesome day, one of the best days I've had in ages. Everybody's food was epic, there was live music, and basically the event was just really well organised. There was no hiccups throughout the whole day. We really hope that Warren and the team decide to put it on again next year, as it's something that we are already looking forward to attending if they do. They put a bouncy castle on for the kids, and even had a booking boat also. They didn't really miss a trick with anything in the planning, and we had a bonfire in the evening. Great time was had. You'll be glad to know that we did actually win our category also in the seafood section. And yeah, as I said, it was an awesome day and we look forward to next year. Remember guys, if you did enjoy today's episode, please do click the like and the subscribe button. There's over 80% of you that are watching that still haven't yet subscribed. It's completely free to subscribe, it doesn't cost you anything. All it means is when we release a new video, you'll get a notification to say that there's a new video up. So yeah, stick around, we'll see you next time. Cheers. You.